Hey guys, so in this video we're going to be looking at Disney Plus losing subscribers after posting its first loss in 2022. So we're going to jump into this Screen Rant article, guys, and we're going to see what it's all about. Disney Plus loses millions of subscribers for the second time after posting its first loss in late of 2022, according to new quarterly earnings report. So I think personally this might be down to the reason that the Disney Plus shows haven't performed as well as they've wanted them to. Obviously, Marvel is in a little bit of a decline at the moment. It's in a bit of a slump. The quality of the movies just haven't been as good as what they were during the Infinity Saga. There doesn't seem to be any sort of solid direction with the Marvel movies. The Star Wars shows have been a bit hit and miss on Disney Plus. I think WandaVision was quite good when Disney Plus first started up, and their Marvel shows have been kind of all over the place from my point of view. But let's jump into this article. So Disney Plus has lost several millions of subscribers, now the second time the streaming service has reportedly declined. Launched in late 2019 with the premiere of The Mandalorian, Disney Plus has become the home not only to Star Wars content, but also Marvel, Pixar, National Geographic, and much more. The streaming service's subscriber base had been growing steadily since its launch until late 2022, when Disney Plus reported a subscriber loss of 2.4 million for the first time in its history. So 2.4 million sounds like a lot on the surface, but when you consider they have 150 million plus subscribers, this really isn't a big percentage of the overall subscriber base. But then you got to remember, I guess at the same time, that 2.4 million subscribers per month, that is a lot of money in revenue as well for them to lose, even though it's not a big overall percentage of their subscriber base. So now, months after Disney Plus lost subscribers for the first time, the streaming service has lost several million subscribers in its second straight quarterly drop. According to Variety, Disney Plus shed another 4 million subscribers during the first 3 months of 2023. Right now, Disney Plus stands at 157.8 million total subscribers. Yeah, in my opinion, I just think that it's to do with the quality of what they're putting out at the moment. The Mandalorian season 3 wasn't well received. Obviously the Book of Boba Fett wasn't well received. You've got, just like their Marvel shows haven't been well received either. Loki was okay. WandaVision was really, really good. I really enjoyed that one. She-Hulk wasn't very good, I don't think. But so it's kind of been a bit all over the place, as well as their movies are kind of declining in quality. That's what I think from my perspective, guys. This article may disagree with me, but let's have a look, see what it says. Why Disney Plus keeps losing subscribers? Okay, so they're going to give their reasons. Just like last quarter, the primary factor driving the subscriber loss is continued decline of Disney Plus Hotstar, which is the version of the streaming service offered in India and parts of Southeast Asia. In 2022, Disney lost the rights to stream India Premier League cricket matches, which resulted in a significant subscriber purge in those regions. Well, that's a brand new thing that I never thought of. In international markets, excluding Disney Plus Hotstar, the streaming service actually added nearly 1 million subscribers. The recent Disney Plus price increase, which started in the United States, also rolled out internationally early in 2023. A high churn rate, which is when people unsubscribe with no new content is being offered, could be another reason driving the second straight quarterly loss of Disney Plus. After a dry spell of Star Wars and Marvel content, the streamer's flagship series, The Mandalorian, returned with Season 3 in past March. It was the show's least watched and worst received season yet. Yeah, so in my opinion, The Mandalorian Season 3, it had its high moments. It had very, very low moments, though. And overall, there were cheesy parts, and there were some episodes that just seemed unnecessary. And it just, the quality just wasn't there from, the third season. The first and second season were just way above what the third season was. And it probably should have ended at the second season, in my opinion. Marvel won't be offering a new show until Secret Invasion premieres in June 2021. Unless Nick Fury is the savior who brings Disney Plus subscribers back, it looks like the downward trend might continue for the foreseeable future. But yeah, like I keep saying, guys, I think it's due to the quality of their shows as well. The Book of Boba Fett wasn't well received. Mandalorian Season 3 wasn't well received. And people, the movies are doing the same as well at the moment. I mean, like, you have Thor, Love and Thunder. That was okay. It was a bit on the ridiculous side. And just some of their other movies as well, just not been, where they should be. Hey guys, so I thought that this article sort of blends in nicely with what we were just talking about. So Disney is to follow unsettling new streaming trend and remove content from services. Disney CFO Christine McCarthy says the company will be pulling content off of their streaming services and will produce less content moving forward. While Disney Plus is Disney's main streaming platform, the company also has a 67% majority stake in Hulu. This means that both streaming platforms are being used to produce and distribute content made by Disney. Sorry, I got something in my eye. Sorry. According to Deadline, McCarthy confirmed on a post-earnings call that Disney will be pulling some content off the streaming platforms and producing less new content. Yeah, less new content and more high-quality content. That will go down a treat, I think. The move is meant to ensure all content Disney puts to streaming aligns with their current strategies. Check out what McCarthy had to say below. So, she goes on to say, quote, "We're in the process of reviewing the content on our direct-to-consumer services to align with the strategic changes in our approach to content curation." That was a mouthful. As a result, we will be removing certain content from our streaming platforms and currently expect to take an impairment charge of approximately $1.5 to $1.8 billion. The charge will not be recorded in our segment results, which will primarily be recognized in the third quarter as we complete our review and remove the content. Going forward, we intend to produce lower volumes of content in alignment with this strategic shift. So it seems like they've understood the error of their ways, that they can't just keep, smashing out content at lightning speed, because they're just going to crash their IPs into the ground. They're doing it with Star Wars, they're doing it with Marvel, and, people are losing interest in these shows. Mandalorian Season 3, it feels like it was rushed compared to Season 1 and 2, like the quality just wasn't there. And, the Book of Boba Fett, people didn't enjoy that either. And, overall, their streaming service is taking a bit of a hit, but Marvel Cinematic Universe in general as well, the quality in their movies, recently in the most recent phase hasn't stuck the landing with a lot of their films. So they need to get back on track. They need to put out less content, but a higher quality like they used to do. So the strategy in one of the fellow streaming service HBO Max has employed, much to subscribers' displeasure. McCarthy did not specify what content would be pulled from streaming. They're not going to do that because, say for instance, you're a subscriber and it's actually one of your favorite shows or IPs that's being scrapped from the service. They're not going to tell you until the very last minute because they don't want you to unsubscribe. Nor which services the new plan will impact, since Disney Plus is Disney's primary streaming platform, containing big franchises like Marvel, Cinematic Universe, and Star Wars. It will likely be Disney's focus on their new strategy. If they're going to focus their new strategy around those two IPs, then they need to make sure that the quality is there. Like Andor was an incredible. That's the best thing Star Wars has ever put on TV, in my opinion. And they need to maintain the quality of what they did with Andor, I think. However, since they own the majority of Hulu, some content from there may also disappear in the future. With Disney Plus and Hulu planning the content merge, making both libraries available on a single app, it's clear that Disney wants to ensure all content they make is streamlined to consumers. They remove titles that likely content that hasn't performed well compared to the top shows on Disney Plus and Hulu. Or the titles that don't garner many views could be among the first to go. By removing this content, it would ensure that only the most profitable TV shows and movies would remain on both platforms. Well, that makes complete sense. I mean, if you've got a huge library full of IP, and there's shows or IPs and movies that just aren't being watched, then it's just taking up real estate on your streaming service. And the more junk that you've got on a streaming service, the more people have to sift through, the more frustrated they get. It's like, say what you want about Netflix, the best performing streaming service that's going, and probably the best streaming service that there is. But the frustration of consumers, because there's so much junk that you have to go through in order to find anything of good quality, and you don't want to get that same problem with Disney Plus. So I understand where they're coming from with this strategy. Disney's plan. Did I miss that bit? With Disney Plus and Hulu planning to merge both libraries. I already read that bit. Sorry. Disney plans to produce less content that aligns with the new MCU Phase 5 shows release plan. That was a mouthful. Which will see a decrease in the series produced by Disney Plus each year. Reduced content from Disney on streaming means that shows and movies will have more time to correct any quality issues and have faced if they are rushed out. That's the thing, guys. So, it felt like Mandalorian 3 was rushed out, Season 3 was rushed out compared to Season 1 and 2. You're better off taking more time, having more gaps between your shows coming out, but having them higher quality, having people excited for when these shows come out. It's like now, if they told me that a new Star Wars TV show comes out, I'm not that excited because I've seen the quality of their last few shows and it just hasn't got me excited. Ahsoka's coming out. I mean, I'm kind of excited, but nowhere near I used to be a few years ago, Disney appears to be focused on building a library of high quality popular content for its customers. Yeah, that's exactly what we need. Less less content, but higher quality. I'd rather that any day than be smashed with loads and loads of content that's not really very good. So yeah, what do you guys think about this piece of news about, Disney Plus losing millions of subscribers? And not only that, they're obviously merging their streaming services together, and they're going to be removing content. Hopefully, they keep the shows that people actually want to watch. That's the problem with streaming services. Any shows that you like could be removed. You just don't know. It's kind of, they can kind of just take away shows as and when they want to. But yeah, jump into the comment section, guys. Let me know what you think about these two articles and the news about the streaming services. Are you a Disney Plus subscriber? Do you enjoy their service? Have you enjoyed their shows recently, Star Wars and Marvel shows? Let me know what you think. I will see you in the comment section, and see you soon.